Tour is proudly brought to you by GJ Gardner Homes.
There is nothing other like it in world sport than this crowd here at the Millennium Stadium, land of my fathers. Just magnificent. And it sets the stage now as the players go towards the centre for the All Black haka. standoff this year. The Welsh team heading across to take the tracksuit tops off. Let's have a look at the teams, though. And a look at the All Black pack, and from Tokyo last week, 4 changes. Wyatt Crockett for the suspended Tony Woodcock at loose head prop. Jerome Kano takes over on the blind side from Adam Thompson. Kieran Reid back in the starting lineup at number 8, while Jason Eaton makes a rare start in a test instead of Tom Donnelly. Richie McCaw, first captain of the All Blacks here in 2004. And 2 changes in the backs. The big talking point, the test debut for 20-year-old Hawke's Bay man Zach Guilford, the youngster, will be feeling the nerves, no doubt, but there's no question he deserves to be here. And Brendan Leonard back in halfback instead of Jimmy Cowan, his first start since Bloemfontein in July. Reserve bench includes Ben Smith of Otago on debut if he makes it onto the park. Wales are missing several key players because of injury, most notably in the pack where Lions prop Adam Jones is out, replaced by Paul James of Ospreys. And still plenty of quality here. 6 Lions in this forward pack, including their skipper Ryan Jones. And then the big loss in the backs is halfback Mike Phillips, but in Gareth Cooper, an adequate replacement. Fullback, the talented James Hook takes over from Lee Byrne. And of course Shane Williams on the wing as well. And the real test of strength and depth will be how much impact will Wales have off the bench. So all is in readiness. Craig Joubert, a man familiar to us from South Africa, will officiate this game. Mark Lawrence, South Africa, and Stuart Tehej of England as Dan Carter gets this test match underway, the 25th test match between the All Blacks and Wales. And the All Blacks have scooped up the loose ball as Leonard sends it wide to McCaw, and Wales hoeing into this one, driving the All Blacks back, and it looks like it's on the Welsh side. It definitely is. Handed away by Cooper to Stephen Jones. Looking to step his way through is Jamie Roberts. Such an important part of the Lions tour in South Africa just recently. And Gareth Cooper again. Now they spin it wide through Shane Williams. Kick made by Shanklin. Oh, this is going to drop into no man's land. Muliaina got a lucky bounce. And the All Blacks are 10 metres out from their own 22. And in desperate need of getting this one back. McCaw has to go in and play at halfback. Carter is getting himself into position, and there's time here for Dan Carter to unleash. Waiting back is Halfpenny. Off now to James Hook. A long opening sequence in the game. Hook looking for the bounce, and he got it. He got Richie McCaw at the same time. Fired back by Conrad Smith, and the referee's got to let this go. And Leonard on his own, but he was playing advantage Craig Joubert, and they will go back for a scrum, knocked on by the Welsh. But boy, what a start.
Well, there was so much intrigue before this game started to how the Welsh will respond to the All Black haka. And they respond with physicality, with numbers, with energy, just like they knew they would. Must make mention Zach Guilford in a breakdown over there did remarkably well to help out Mills Marina. Good to see the young kid on debut. Must congratulate him. All Black number 1097 put himself into the match.
Right, here's one of the changes in the All Black team. It's on this loose head side of the scrum where Wyatt Crockett, of course, has taken over from Tony Woodcock, propping against Paul James of Ospreys. Just his second test match. He played his first one in 2003, so it's been a long time for Paul James. And it's a full penalty. He reckoned that Wales pulled back. But it takes a brave referee to rule that way. But Craig Joubert saw the infringement.
Well, the All Blacks getting closer on the surface. We talked about it. It's not great. Very unstable, so they'll be coming closer, getting their knees up, technique right. On that occasion, they won the hit. Paul James had his hands on the ground.
Get in, please.
All Blacks sending 5 men to the line-out, and it's nicely taken down by Brad Thorne. So the first line-out is good and solid as Leonard rips it away to Carter. They're on to Carter with Andy Powell coming at him. Good-looking kick by Carter. Nicely taken by Hook. Now Guildford going back. Gets an early touch. Carter is back there with him. And that's a good, powerful punt downfield. Waiting for this one is Lee Halfpenny. Not much of him, but he's got a thumping good boot on him. Crowd roaring as Carter goes in and misses it. Now it's snapped up by Muliaina. Halfpenny, no, he tosses him away. And a good burst away here from Mills Muliaina. Almost up to the 10-metre line for Leonard. Now it's with Carter. He's kicked every time so far. And once again keeping Wales deep inside their 22 for James Hook, having just his second game at fullback. And that's another nice strike. Carter waits. Not such a flash pass. Crowd who were in line thought it was forward. Hook again. Now Shane Williams, a real danger man, and ton of pace. Tom Shanklin didn't read it too well, and it's gone into touch. Well, movement all over the place, and just over 4 minutes gone.
And the Welshmen expecting the kicking barrage from the All Blacks, but positionally their back three at the moment been outstanding. None of the balls going to ground. And coming back with equal ease.
Good pace to the game, Tony.
Oh, fantastic start in this bow, but just picking up on what Carmo said, this is a poor surface. It's cutting up badly already. It's not anywhere near as good as it looks.
Now the kick made by Gareth Cooper. Corey Jane, nicely timed, taken down by Martin Williams. All Blacks comfortably in position. Carter looking for an open spaces. That's a clever kick. Loping up after this is Kieran Reid, and a nice tackle he puts on too, but Cooper gets it back. Got out of the tackle of Kano, and it almost opens up. In fact, it may well open up here for the Welsh. Here's Stephen Jones, gets a call on the inside from Halfpenny, and to the halfway line they go. Carried on by Gethin Jenkins. Wales are going to give the ball a bit of air, it would seem. Now Stephen Jones works it across to Wyn Jones. All Blacks having to defend in the first 5 minutes of the game as the red tide comes at them, and a penalty.
Falling over.
As the All Blacks fall over the top. Last man up, it looks to be Kieran Reid. Awkward angle for Stephen Jones, first up. And he's pushed it wide.
Nisbel, it's actually Lee Halfpenny who had the shot, which is surprisingly. We know that Stephen Jones has had the horrors in a couple of tests against the All Blacks, so they actually gave the ball to the right winger and he's missed it.
Now here's a quick kick. Just slightly overcooked. One for Guildford to run onto. Yes, Lee Halfpenny, in fact, he's only a small bloke, but he has, and I was watching him before the match, has the ability to kick from inside his own half.
This is the Welsh first line out during the week. The All Blacks have been practicing, competing at the line outs all week. A short one called 5-man.
Matthew Rees throws. Finds Luke Charteris, biggest man on the field by some distance. Here goes Cooper. He's made a very good start. They felt there might be a weakness with Mike Phillips not available, but Cooper's done well early on. Now Rees goes in to play at halfback. Off it goes to the skipper, Ryan Jones. All Blacks missing a couple of first up tackles. Now they nail him, but he's taken it out towards centre field. Now it's Stephen Jones. Here's Andy Tao. Good tackle, Richie McCaw. Straight to his feet though. Now Martin Williams. Welsh recycling the ball well. Really hitting the All Blacks hard early as Cooper delivers the pass off again. Big defence this time on Alan Wyn Jones by the All Blacks. But the Welsh fanning out to this near side again as they work the blind side. 22-metre line. Nearly 9 minutes gone in the game. No score. And it's been all Wales really as they just keep coming. All Blacks defence being tested. Stephen Jones. Across now to Roberts. And that's a disappointing end. Had players lined out. Jamie Roberts, who was the player of the tour in the Lions. Now the All Blacks take it quickly. Here's Guildford getting into a bit of space. Just didn't have the support, but got it up towards halfway as Leonard Sends it off to Carter. Now they go wide to Nonu. Quick hands for Smith. Now he'll glide himself into the gap and give Corey Jane a chance down that right wing side. Good defence by Geffen Jenkins. The big loose head prop dumped him on the ground. And that really is tremendous.
Wonderful desperation, but a wonderful pass to play from the All Blacks. They're winning the game line. From the quick line out, the Welsh went 6 or 7 phases without getting over the game line, and then the speed, using all the energy on attack. The All Blacks be able to turn that defence into attack, move down 50 metres.
Alan Wynne-Jones slow to get back, the big number 4, as the penalty goes to Wales, and it'll be around about 5 metres in Welsh territory. Tremendous defence by the loose head prop. They were tempted to move him onto the tight head with Adam Jones injured.
Yes, Brendan Leonard penalised for going in the side of the ruck. All Black defence prior to that, though, was good when Wales attacked.
Tipped on the Welsh side, so they win their own line-out ball. Coming for Cooper. Again, a test for Jane. He's got a bit of time, though. Towel coming at him. Held onto it, Corey Jane. Didn't throw a loose pass, and now here's Andrew Hoare battling his way a couple of metres. Now Leonard delivers for Carter. He's going to drop this in behind. Here's Guilford. Now the bounce of the ball, but Halfpenny got it. Guilford tipped him up, and McCaw finished it off right on the 10-metre line, and an All Black penalty.
The All Blacks equally excited, equally passionate on defence as well. Guilford coming through, tipped them, and then we had the wave, didn't we? We had McCall wave, the White Crockett wave, holding the ball. Eaton's been the best at training all week for the All Blacks. He's run with so much enthusiasm, getting his first start back in the black jersey. We've got Carter lining up a 41-metre penalty right in front, Nisbo.
Yes, we have. So Lee Halfpenny missed an opportunity for Wales a few moments ago. Now it's a chance for Dan Carter, sitting now just 16 points shy of Andrew Merton's all-time New Zealand Test record. Here's a good effort by Guilford. He didn't quite have the angle, but he did manage to clip the ankles of Lee Halfpenny, and Richie McCaw finished it off. And so Dan Carter, this opportunity from pretty much out in front.
Wonderful example there with the Welsh expecting the high ball from the Dan Carter, having to push it out deep defensive line, which means there's big holes in the middle. Dan Carter, with such great vision that he's got, can sense that. I think for the next 2 or 3 kicks on Carter, they'll be the top kicks over the top.
You were just.
Carter's first kick, and it is straight down the middle. So the All Blacks have absorbed plenty of pressure in the first 12.5 minutes, but they do have the early lead.
When they sense the opportunity to get the ball, to enforce a turnover and then get the penalty, they had the numbers there, the energy to get to the breakdown.
Stephen Jones, his 87th Test match, as McCaw angles his way back. Nonu's going to be forced to kick from inside the 22, and that's a good strike by the second 5/8. Don't often see him kicking, and he's put it into touch right on halfway.
Okay.
The All Blacks will be happy with their start. Defensively, they're winning that gain line. Aggressive at the breakdown. They haven't given away too many penalties for turnover. Kieran Reid, the only example. They've had to withstand the onslaught.
Maintain.
Ball line out for the Welsh.
Fine.
Ryan Jones off the top. Now Cooper to Stephen Jones. Some difficulty for Carter to drag him down, but they did so in the end as they work at the blind side, or Cooper gets it back. They're running behind the advantage line here, and Shane Williams in the end had to make a kick. And it all went a bit astray for Wales as Muliaina now with Corey Jane rushing up onto this. And he timed his run beautifully. Well, maybe not.
3 Black offside in front.
It's not against Corey Jane, it's against Namir Tialata, who was offside.
Just failed to retreat outside the 10-metre line. Namir Tialata. It's a big game for him. Getting fit up as the season progresses. Really is a big tour.
No, the scrum's over here, penalties here.
For the All Black tight head prop. You want to see him mobile, get himself involved in the game.
Jones kick taking play down towards the 22. Good launching pad here for the Welsh.
The aerial ability of our back three has really gotten better during the year. Here's Corey Jane eyeing the ball. Was going to go and just mistimed his jump, but he timed it and the tackle beautifully.
Matthew Rees again using Ryan Jones towards the back. The man who didn't play rugby until he was 17 years of age. Now the captain of Wales. Again taking the All Blacks on around the fringes. Saw the Wallabies do that last week in Tokyo. Didn't work to any great extent. Now Cooper try to organise. Again caught behind the advantage line. So actually going backwards. Now Cooper swings it to Stephen Jones. Shanklin. Running the angle there was James Hook.
Let it go, 13.
Still there on the Welsh side is Cooper. Swings it wide. Alan Wynne-Jones. Now the All Blacks have turned it over. Brendan Leonard thinks that he can see it. He can see it. It's held up. Now Carter looking to step his way through. Tried to get past to McCaw. Was knocked down. And they used their hands on the ground to try and hook it back. And there's an All Black down. And I wonder whether it's Jerome Kano. I think it is.
Thank you.
And it doesn't look too good.
The shoulder problem, I think, but an All Black mistake leading to a penalty as well. Dan Carter just trying to push the pass, and often when you make a mistake in a test situation, you try and rectify things. On that occasion, it was Richie McCaw flicking it back, but the turnover previously put that down to Brad Thorne. So the flick was actually play on. It went up Martin Williams, the number 7 for the open side flank for the Welsh hand. So it wasn't an All Black knock on at all.
Could probably have got the Welshman for an early tackle on Richie McCaw. Now Kano, it looks like a rib problem. He's going to struggle on.
Yeah, Adam Thompson's up on his feet, but he won't be needed just yet.
I've been impressed by the line speed of the All Blacks. Very quick coming off, shutting down behind the gain line. It's very much part of their game plan.
Now, Stephen Jones this time. 746 points in Test rugby. 3 more.
He's deadly. It is our guy Dan Carter. Very much something for the All Blacks to consider. His penalty range being 43 to 44 metres. The distance so important in that defensive half.
17.5 minutes gone. 3-all. Carter gets us going again. Eaton goes up, but it's been beautifully taken down by Alan Wynne-Jones. Cooper now for Stephen Jones. Carter lighting this one up. Oh, he overran it, and it went backwards. Now loose ball. Here's an opportunity for Big Luke Charteris. Wales.
6 red on the side.
And penalty against Andy Powell. Andy Powell and Ryan Jones have swapped jerseys from 12 months ago. Powell playing in 6, Jones in 8. And Carter spots it quickly and hammers it away downfield. What a great kick that is. It is a penalty, remember, so it will be an All Blacks line-out.
What great vision too. Dan Carter made the mistake. The mistimed jump tidied up superbly well by Warwick Crockett. Then the opportunity to bang it just ices Charter, 6'9", 128 kgs. He is a big man out there. All Blacks simplified their line-outs, walking in. It's a short one.
Best try-scoring opportunity so far as they go for Reid. Wales hit them hard though, and the All Blacks don't have much momentum. Now they do, as they try and work it back for Brendan Leonard. Good stuff from the Welsh. They really are competing hard, as it will come for Leonard. Now with Carter, here's the cross kick.
Okay, student.
Guildford jumps high, and there's not too much in it between Zach Guildford and Lee Halfpenny. 4-man All Black line-out. 20 minutes gone. Reed off the top for Leonard. Now Carter jabs the kick through. Guildford after it, makes the tackle, so does Smith. And the Welsh trapped right near their own line. It could come for the All Blacks here. Close to the line, the referee's got his arm out. And he wants to have a look. I think he might have his arm out for a penalty anyway. The All Blacks rate their chances here.
Brendan Leonard thinks he's scored.
Yep, they're patting him on the back.
In the frame, try please.
So you just wonder with the big overlap numbers that we had out the right-hand side, this was the right option to take.
Well, he was only about 6 centimetres from the line, Carmo. The only worry I've got about it is that was there a little knock-on right initially there. There.
The All Blacks have gone back to halfway anyway. They probably feel that if it's not a try, it'll be a penalty anyway, and Carter won't miss that.
Right. Okay, thanks. I'm on advantage. Thank you very much. No try, lost forward. Penalty 14, playing the ball.
So Brendan Leonard feels that he's been denied a third test try, and the All Blacks are coming back into shot now because, of course, the ball could easily ricochet off the post. So the try has been denied, so Carter will take this penalty shot. No problems at all. So Dan Carter kicks his second penalty goal, and it's 6 points to 3.
Encouraging passage of play for the All Blacks. The energy, the simplified line-outs, beautiful ball off the top. Once again getting in behind with a deft little kick from Carter. And then also more numbers at the breakdown, turning the ball over.
Sorry.
They'll be very encouraged at this stage.
Stephen Jones. Taken down by Thorne. Brown really is cutting up quite badly. Leonard hands it back. Carter. Not a bad looking kick again. In fact, it's another very good kick indeed. No opportunity for a quick throw.
This man featured very heavily in pre-match speculation, Nisbo. Right up until yesterday, Warren Gatland, the Wales coach, was saying he didn't expect him to play. He'd had spies at All Black training, he reckoned, who told him that he hadn't trained. Well, he was very badly misinformed.
Yes, even the paper this morning here in Cardiff suggesting he was doubtful. But I think people who've been watching the All Blacks for a while, there was never much doubt about it. Welsh line-out working pretty well. And the penalty against Jason Eaton. Almost threw his hand up and said, yep, I'm guilty.
Well, we talked about it often, didn't we, Tony, in the build-up? This is one of the great rugby occasions. When you have a man like Dan Carter, you want to be involved in these occasions as much as you possibly can. I think I'll get a bit of check his sources.
Yeah, needs some new spies. Oh, he was good-humoured about it when I spoke to him before the game, though, Carmo. He was really looking forward to this occasion. It's a huge one for Wales. And I've got to say again, what a privilege it is to be in this stadium. Magnificent atmosphere, but they show so much respect to the All Blacks as well.
Now Martin Williams. On the charge comes Roberts. Pops it up to Ryan Jones. Wales on the charge. Now it goes to Stephen Jones. Martin Williams hitting a good tackle. And that's where it peters out for the moment anyway. All Blacks fancy their chances of getting this back. In fact, they have. Too much aggression at the ruck and the maul as it comes for Leonard. Oh, charged. Now Carter gets it back, charged again. Twice.
Well, the Welsh best move of the match, a set move from the line outs over the back. And Jamie Roberts, the star of the recent Lions series to South Africa in the early summer, just hit it in such a beautiful angle. And every Welsh player responding.
Charge down from Andy Powell, now Leonard. And that relieves some of the pressure for the All Blacks. Brendan Leonard making his first start in a test since Bloemfontein. But what a great angle Roberts went. And he had Ryan Jones right there. Referee Craig Joubert as we have a look at this replay. Tremendous defence again once the All Blacks were organised. Now back to live action, and the All Blacks have possession. Again, Carter drills it wide. James Hook.
Wait a second.
Mills Muliaina waits. Looking to step Hook. Did so. And the ball ripped away from the All Blacks. Counter attack coming from Gareth Cooper. Oh, he ran smack into Wyatt Crockett, who made a very solid tackle indeed. Now here's Matthew Rees. Hooker on Hooker as Andrew Hoare takes him down. Now Cooper. Stephen Jones. Good defence. Leonard on that occasion. Gethin Jenkins turns it back to his fellow prop Paul James. And that 5 out from the 22, the Welsh.
Move on, 5.
That's a poor pass, but it's been nicely dealt with by Roberts. As Cooper sends it off to Stephen Jones again. Now Shanklin. No way through as Carter makes the tackle. Look at the black numbers there. That was always going to happen. The All Blacks committing more players to the ruck and the maul as James Hook again goes downfield. And this won't be a problem for Muliaina. Inside the 22, sending it down as far as Lee Halfpenny. Not too many options available for the little winger. So again he goes high. Now Jack Guilford. Beautifully done. Superb take by the youngster. Leonard rips it off to Carter. Drills it low this time. Now Hook. Shane Williams in a bit of space. He'll love this. Now the little fella goes. Andy Powell. 10-metre line All Black territory. Again the All Blacks. Committing the numbers and getting the penalty.
Corey Jane on 2 occasions have done a superb job of just pushing Williams towards the sideline, making him run out of room, and they have to cut back. Once they cut back, losing the momentum. But the Welsh going multiple phases, but all of their passes are behind the gain line, and the discipline of the All Black gain line, very structured, very straight, and the line speed superb.
Yeah, they telegraphed that in pass to Carmo, and the All Blacks were waiting for Powell, and just beautiful positioning over the ball. These turnovers are starting to really hurt Wales.
They certainly are. They're having so many people on attack, the Welsh. They don't get the numbers to the breakdown quick enough.
Manonu, test number 44 for him today. As Andrew Hoare goes to a full line out this time. Eaton off the top for Leonard. Making good ground, Brendan Leonard. Almost to the 22. Handed away by Crockett to Tialana, the 2 props in tandem. Now it's Thorne again. Lays it back for Kano. Solid defence by the Welsh, but the All Blacks in a good attacking position here as it's off to Carter. Now Guilford got it away quickly. Bobbled by Corey Jane, and in fact he did knock it on. They were a little bit hurried there. The line speed of the defence was good. Well, we haven't had too many scrums so far in the match. So this time he gets the All Blacks. And he gets Wyatt Crockett.
He is technically a very good scrummager, Wyatt Crockett. Such a tall man, such a long back. Technically he has to be superb on the loose head side. What the All Blacks will be trying to do is crowd their space, get close, so when you hit you don't overextend and fall down on the surface that Tony's talking about. Get your knees up, get them bent, and hold it straight.
11.5 minutes until half-time. Off the top, Charteris. Jones drops a little kick in behind. Nicely done too. Bounces up for Shanklin. He lost it forward though. It's the old story. Kick to land, not to hand. And that was a lovely kick from Stephen Jones. The All Blacks were scrambling in defence. And they might have been a bit lucky.
Well, they have plenty of numbers there. Enjoying the energy of the All Blacks on defence.
I'm not happy with that.
People running around the ball, getting themselves involved. Guildford on that occasion from his left-hand wing coming in to tidy up. McCall going back. They haven't attacked a lot from set phase in this vote. Carter's been happy just to boot the ball.
Well, he's standing on the near side, Dan Carter, but it's going the far side to Muliaina. And waiting anxiously to see whether he's dropped it into the gap. Yes, he has. And the All Blacks will take that gain of about 30 metres.
They're developing such a patient side, this All Black team. They're prepared to wear opposition down, establish a platform in the first 40 minutes. They don't need to attack this game. Another away side, they want to play advantage, take the crowd out of the game, which they're starting to do, it must be said. Such a good last 40-minute side.
Matthew Rees. Thorne up there. Fairly heavy landing. Mark Lawrence said it was okay. Crowd weren't happy about the way that Luke Charteris came down heavily.
I think his supporters might have lost him, Nisbo.
Push back.
Not the first time that's happened, as Cooper puts the pressure on the All Blacks again. Boy, there were 2 or 3 of them going up after that. Now it's been hacked ahead by Martin Williams. Mills Muliaina goes back. Off it goes to Guildford. And now the All Blacks are going to try and run this out through Conrad Smith. Drops it onto the boot. And now James Hook. Smith won't miss too many tackles, and he doesn't miss that one.
Go Black!
It's there for Cooper. Out into centre field for Jones, but the All Blacks are up very smartly, led by Thorne. Now Cooper, away for Stephen Jones. Williams, Matthew Rees. 10 metres out from the 22. Plenty of enthusiasm, but ball not released. Penalty. Carter's got to take it quickly. And it's Gethin Jenkins, the loose head prop. He's lumbering back after this. But Carter playing the game at pace.
And fantastic work at the breakdown by Andrew Hoare. Quickly to his feet and attacking the ball.
Right, and if the guy's on his feet, he's got all rights to the ball.
This game being played at such width, TJ. The defensive work of our wingers, Guildford on one wing, of course, and Jane on the other. They're getting themselves involved so much at the breakdown. The physicality of our back three, I think, at this stage, superior.
Andrew Hoare. Untidy delivery.
Lost forward and then played by
And it
number
was
2.
offside against Andrew Hoare.
Lost forward and then offside.
So that was messy, it's fair to say, from the All Blacks.
Tony, every mistake, don't this Welsh team feed off the crowd. Every opportunity they sense.
Yeah, although just looking at some of the Welsh forwards in particular, Carmo, there's quite a few hands on hips and on knees at the moment. The pace of the game might be starting to burn a little.
Well, the All Blacks in 2009 haven't really been a first half team. As we have another look at this, the delivery from Kieran Reid was not too flash, and it put the All Blacks under big pressure. Yes, in 10 matches they've been behind at half-time in half of those, 5 of the games. And just at the moment they lead by 6 points to 3 as Ryan Jones off the top. Now the kick from Stephen Jones. Towering punt, this one. Muliaina went a bit early. And Wales are going to get this in a very good attacking position if they can get it quickly. Now Stephen Jones on to Hook. Bit of space for Halfpenny. Dragged down by Jason Eaton. There it is for Cooper. Snapped up by Charteris.
Run away, 13!
And that's against Conrad Smith and also Wyatt Crockett. Both
1 and 13 roll
no
away.
doubt unable to roll away, but nevertheless penalised. So a chance here once again for Stephen Jones.
Just competing for the ball on the ground, aren't they? The energy, the commitment. When the ball goes down from the Welsh side, it's amazing to see the All Blacks swarming attack, just jumping to the ball, the hunger to get onto the ball. Mills Marina, we knew they'd be peppered. We knew the Welsh would be peppered with high balls. the most part, they're diffusing pretty well on that occasion, just mistimed his jump. This to bring Wales level. It's a double-edged sword, penalties like that with Conrad Smith. We want our players, or the All Black players, diving for the ball, the energy. Just didn't roll away on that occasion.
Doesn't mess around, Stephen Jones. He lines it up pretty quickly, strikes it straight down the middle.
He's kicked many times in this stadium. He knows what he's about. It's bread and butter for a kicker like Stephen Jones. So once again, we reinforce with the All Blacks about their discipline, giving away penalties in their defensive half. Kieran Reid's been superb here. Watch again.
5 minutes remaining in the first half here at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. And Wales dealing with this one very well through Alan Wynne-Jones.
7.
Cooper. Stephen Jones. Corey Jones says, I'll take this one. Does so comfortably. And this one will come down around about the 10-metre line and is easily taken by Ryan Jones. Plenty of kicking from both sides in the match. Corey Jones stuck in the bottom there.
There's so much kicking in this match, you're just waiting for the time that either Carter or Jones, the two first of 8, just decide to go again. That's the way the Welsh started. You sense at the moment the referees are writing their notes for their half-time change of tactics, where they see the opportunities, where they see the gaps are lying.
Bread of heaven ringing around the Millennium Stadium. They're still in good voice, the Welsh. 6-all. About 4 minutes remaining in the first half.
Stand up, please. You guys are creeping away.
And they appear on this occasion. Nisbo to look to have some width on the right-hand side.
Step up, Black.
A different zigzag attacking structure.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
All Blacks got a good hit early, but a hand went down on the ground.
Number 1, hand on the ground.
Well, they're pretty tough on that hand going on the ground.
Okay.
Plus, there's a bit of royalty. Prince William and West Coast royalty and John Sturgeon.
President of the New Zealand Rugby Union, of course.
But I think Craig Joubert's got to cut the teams a bit of slack here. I mean, they're finding it so difficult to keep their feet at scrum time. Surely he's got to be aware of that.
Yes, it's rather ironic, isn't it? An indoor stadium, you'd expect the weather would play no part, but we've got a wet surface, believe it or not. Now, Stephen Jones, here comes Roberts, well contained by his opposite Ma'anonu, two big men in midfield. Wales go straight up the centre.
Away, full Black.
Now Gethin Jenkins nailed in a good tackle, but ran into one of his own players.
They're getting no change, are they, going around the All Black fringes of the ruck?
Ran into your own man.
Defensively been outstanding, the All Blacks in that department. Aggressive in the tackle, winning the breakdowns, getting over the game line quicker.
Bind up and don't put your hand on the ground.
Kieran Reid on that occasion. Gethin Jenkins' ball was out, it was in his hands, he could come in from an onside position on that angle.
There's a mock.
Force the tackle, force the turnover.
Well, this is so similar to 12 months ago. A very tight first half, of which there are just a couple of minutes left. Now Leonard, low for Carter, nicely handled. Lined up again by James Hook, who's done everything pretty much right up until now as Carter accepts it. Hook challenges. Carter's weighted kick down as far as half tenny. And the winger hoists. Now Guildford is after this one again. He's done really well under the high ball twice. And he's turned beautifully. So it'll be there again for Brendan Leonard. Off to Muliaina. The kicking duel continues as James Hook lines it up in centre field. And he unleashes. Muliaina, not a player within 20 metres of him. And he's able to slam it away downfield. It won't go out though. Shane Williams. Another kick. Corey Jane wants this one. Beautifully taken. Some outstanding exhibitions of catching. Leonard sends it off to Carter. All Blacks might use this. Nonu having a run for the first time. Finding Smith. Now Guildford. He's got support from Richie McCaw. He's even wider. Wasn't required, so Nonu picks it up. All Blacks using the ball through the hands for the first time. Tialada putting Muliaina into the gap. Now here's Brad Thorne across to Kano. That looked a bit forward. And anyway, the pass has been knocked away from Kieran Reid. And Wales are going to turn it over. And here's Stephen Jones looking to step his way through. Leonard makes a good tackle. Again, no change around the fringes. And it'll be a scrum. But that really was the first time in the 40th minute that the All Blacks had put the ball through the hands.
And they just got a little bit excited there, didn't they, Brad Thorne? Sensing opportunities on the right-hand wing, wanting to get the ball out there.
That's it. That's half-time. So it's another 40 minutes where the All Blacks haven't been able to establish a lead, and they'll go to the break here at the Millennium Stadium. It's 6-all, 2 penalties apiece, 2 to Carter and 2 to Stephen Jones. The second 40 minutes. Normally, of course, we'd say that Team A turns and has the wind, but indoors here makes no damn difference. Righto, second half underway. Stephen Jones with a wobbly kick taken by Nonu off to Carter, and the reliable boot of Dan Carter sends the ball down 10 metres in Welsh territory.
And now we're going to see a repeat of the opening half, and it's the Welsh team in the first 5 to 7 minutes of the opening half attacking using the width, and the All Blacks prepared just to kick for position. Or if the All Blacks tactically change something. Quick ruck ball is still the key to the All Black game plan, no matter which style they try and play.
Both sides remain intact. The starting 15s are out there. Reese, and it's a poor throw, and the All Blacks are going to get this. So the backline backpedaling, they know they're going to get some ball. It goes for Carter. Drills it high. Hook waiting. Conrad Smith up there, off the shoulder. It's been hit ahead by Reid. He may have knocked it on.
First knock by Red and then back by Black.
Well, the first knock on.
First one Red.
Was a knock on by Wales. So maybe a call from the touch, because Craig Joubert felt it came off the shoulder.
It was Jamie Roberts in the end. I think they knocked it on, but there was a wonderful chase of Conrad Smith. All very well putting the bomb up on James Hook, but on that occasion we didn't have many in the first half. Conrad Smith up there to compete in the air too. So making the chase, making the kick a better kick with the chase.
Judge, balls, engage.
Leonard feeds.
Binding.
Reid. Leonard peels away. He's got good pace, Brendan Leonard. Now Muliaina. About 12 metres out from the line here with Leonard. Ball knocked down. And a penalty against Martin Williams. All Blacks have taken it quickly. No, not off the mark. So he's claiming or ruling that Martin Williams deliberately knocked this down. Put his hand out.
I'm not sure deliberately is the way, but he was closer than we were. Palm down, slapping it. Well, we might have got away with one there in his vote. But even a team like the All Blacks need a bit of luck on occasions.
Yeah, it was almost as if he was lining up Brendan Leonard and the ball suddenly hit his hand. Did it rough on the veteran flanker who made such a great show of coming back to the Welsh side over the last winter. Marvellous player.
Well, in fact, Tony, he's just back from major shoulder surgery. He's only had one game since that. So this is remarkable in itself. 34 years of age now, Martin Williams. But anyway, here's Dan Carter's chance to put the All Blacks in front. Looks good. It is good. just flirted with that left hand upright, but he puts it through Dan Carter. His third penalty goal of the day, and it's 9 points to 6.
And if the All Black coaches think that this Welsh board pack are tiring it, but that's when Brendan Leonard's going to come into his own. Those sniping little runs, going a little bit wider, attracting the interest of the Welsh defenders.
Stephen Jones, lined up by Jason Eaton. Good to see him back. Another player with major injury issues in the last couple of seasons, Leonard, coming forward to meet it as hook. Didn't get it. It was claimed instead by the All Blacks. And Andrew Hoare taking the pass off Reid. Now the ball's there for Leonard. Now Nonu moves it on to Carter. Throws the dummy Carter. Getting rid of Cooper. Oh, and there's an early tackle I would thought on Conrad Smith, but they've kept it going. Nonu trying to shake his way through. And Wales getting plenty of players to this breakdown. It's there for Leonard. Carter again. Drops the pass off to Smith. Just couldn't deliver it to Eaton.
13.
And it's there again for Leonard. Now Reid. Leonard goes to the open side. Here's Jason Eaton once again. The ball's left there and unprotected, and Wales have grabbed it through Andy Powell. Now Carter coming back in general play. And the All Blacks back in possession, a little fortuitously, but they'll take it. Now here's White Crockett.
11 away.
As the All Blacks get up to within 15 metres. Handed back by Thorne and knocked on. Wasn't expecting it, Brendan Leonard. Backhanded by Brad Thorne, and Leonard was moving forward, and he's knocked it on.
Great passage of play. You have to go all the way back to a fantastic chase by Zach Gilford. He was the guy that got up and challenged in the air and knocked it down for his captain to set them on the path. And boy, Colin Meads got sent off for that. Yeah. You go back to 1967, Colin Meads got sent off for doing something like that.
There was an untidy finish, TJ, no doubt about that, but the All Blacks will be pleased with the process to get down there. The development, Dan Carter's kicks aren't going so far, which means the All Black chasers on that occasion, Gilford could get up there and contest. That forced the turnover. From then, it's just the power. They're using so much width of this Millennium Stadium. Very hard defensively, the splits defence, which is only in its first outing, of course, of the autumn internationals for the Welsh to come up. Carter going through, still trying to push those balls, the All Blacks. Still trying to offload in the tackle.
Brendan Leonard receiving attention, but he's okay to continue, or is he?
Well, Jimmy Cowan's on his feet over here, Nisbo.
I don't think he is too good.
No.
Deb Robinson is out there, and it might have something to do with a slight concussion or something similar. I think she'll be monitoring the little halfback fairly closely. Big All Black scrum. Wales under pressure, but they do get a penalty. The All Blacks have screwed it.
Whip wheel.
Whip wheel.
Running around tight, pulling back.
Craig Joubert just thinking that the loose head prop while Crockett's pushing out, while Teilhard is trying to pull back on the tight head side for the All Blacks. Wheel it around, push them towards the sideline.
Well, it's an old trick. It's a bit hard to detect, but he might have got it right. So the penalty, right down to within 5 metres of halfway.
Whip wheel.
Tony, I think it's very important Ben Lennon stays out there for his career too. You just sense opening up a little bit for his elusive runs. Such good acceleration.
Yeah, I just think I felt towards the end of the first half Wales were tiring.
Beautifully off the top from Jones. Loose pass. Roberts will be forced to kick. And boy, that is high. That is really high. Muliaina waits. Roberts was first man there. He was the kicker. Now the All Blacks have to get back behind the ball, and they've done it really well. Leonard hands it off to Gilford, puts the foot down. Here goes Zach Gilford, getting support from Smith, but the pass has been thrown to a Welsh player, and now it could open up here for the Welsh. Here's little Shane Williams. Lovely tackle when he didn't quite make it, but he stopped him. Did Brad Thorne, and it was enough for the All Blacks to regroup. Now it's with Stephen Jones. Hook. That looked forward. Play on, said the referee Joubert. And Wales in possession. Cooper back for Stephen Jones. Another kick. Looks like Corey Jane lines this one up. Does so, and does really well. Got away, and then through a beautiful pass looking for support. Didn't have it there. Lay it back on the ground. And who's got this? It's there for Hoare. Now Smith. Conrad Smith tries to bust his way through tackles. 10-metre line in Welsh territory. Game starting to open up a little bit. Now Reid. Comes to Leonard. Good tackle, but it's been knocked away. Now here's Thorne. Tries to get the pass and succeeds with Corey Jane. Holding Shane Williams at arm's length and got away from him.
Got away, 11!
And look at this for a scrap for the ball. There it is for Leonard. Now Carter hands it across to Nonu. Now Guildford tries to throw the pass, can't do it. Been claimed by Wales. Paul James has it. Cooper back for Jones on his left boot. McCaw patrolling back, but it's with Muliaina. Wales have got a couple of forwards lumbering up after this. Now Conrad Smith. Don't see him kick very often either. Claimed by James Hook. Long sequence of play. Hook's kick. Coming down near the 10-metre line with McCaw underneath it. Off it goes to Muliaina. Now Jane. Up the centre goes Corey Jane. Right on the halfway line again for Leonard. Carter looking for a bit of space, but I think Hook's going to line this up easily enough. Didn't bother taking the mark, and instead he hoofs it away downfield, and I think the players will be pretty relieved. Boy, that was a long sequence of play.
Well, it ebbed and flowed, didn't it? Both teams have the ability to go from a structured kicking game in the same passage to breaking out when they sense opportunities, and that makes it so exciting. Both teams playing a similar pattern.
Jimmy Cowan on. Off goes Brendan Leonard.
Andrew Hoare. Again, it's with Eaton. Nice delivery. Cowan.
Yes, he's onside.
Just coming down in Welsh territory. Halfpenny couldn't get it. It falls for Thorne. Brad Thorne bulldozes his way. Then he leaves the ball behind. And the ruling is a knock-on by Lee Halfpenny. So no advantage to the All Blacks.
Another fantastic chase by Guildford. Nisbo, there's action on the All Black bench as well, warming up Tom Donnelly.
So important, though, that the All Blacks stay true to their game plan, what they've been working on all week. One of them was his high ball, peppering the back three for the Welsh with a good kick chase, which we're starting to see in the second half. But from them, the All Blacks is about the structured play. Nice breakdown, numbers to it, speed's king, and then we have the opportunity.
Touch, pause, engage.
Good solid hit that time by the All Black scrum. Reid away for Jimmy Cowan, trying to bust the first tackle of Gareth Cooper. Now Kano sends it wide. Smith. Muliaina. Held up by Roberts and Shanklin. Ball is there though for Jimmy Cowan. Off to Carter. Saw the opportunity to try and take the gap. Not released.
Well, just for a moment you get isolated, and it's international of this magnitude, with two teams playing the breakdowns like they are, a turnover will come. Carter thought he sensed the gap. He was there just a split second by himself. Thorne not quite quick enough. Turnover comes pretty quickly.
Now the crowd get into their stride.
It's exhilarating stuff, isn't it? Combine it with the atmosphere of the stadium. It's not a high-scoring test, but it's a cracker.
It is.
Despite all the kicking, Nisbo.
Well, that sequence just a few minutes ago must have gone for 3 or 4 minutes. Reese goes deep. Off the top to Cooper. Now Martin Williams back on the inside to Powell. Copybook tackle by McCaw. Cooper takes it out again. Looks for the impasse for Reese. All Blacks having to defend again, just near the 22-metre line. Cooper works the blind side. And it's been knocked on by Wales. Hoofed away downfield by Jimmy Cowan, and it's a pretty good one too. It's made at least 30 metres.
That is an unbelievable kick. He had 6 millimetres to move in, and he landed it 6 millimetres in from touch, about 30 metres, 40 metres down the field.
Starting to see a lot more in ball from the Welsh attack now. Reese, the hooker, he's full of running. They must sense the All Blacks coming out to win the defensive structure and their line speed being so quick. There may be opportunities on the inside shoulder.
Stretching up high was Wyn Jones. Cooper. Guildford wants this one. A real contest, but Wales have won it. Gethin Jenkins. Now looking for quick ball. Here it comes. Shanklin. Off to Roberts. Roberts. A good tackle by Nonu had to be made. And the ball was not released. Cowan takes it quickly, then slips over. And he'll buy another 10 metres.
Roberts, one of the stars of the Lions tour. He's a line breaker, such a strong runner. 6'4", got himself through. By doing that, Shanklin couldn't get him support. Got himself isolated, what we saw Carter did moments before. Turnover assured. But both sides prepared to turn defence into attack. Cowan not prepared to stay there and kick it out and restart.
Right, more changes, or some changes, Tony.
Yeah, Tom Donnelly coming on in 18. And just waiting to see who comes off. And so I think it's Jason Eaton. It is indeed Jason Eaton. And he's been pretty good so far in this test match. And looks like a change too for Wales with Martin Roberts from Llanelli coming on.
Yes, he's the halfback
at the
replacement.
reserve halfback, yeah, for Cooper, who's played very well considering he's the third choice.
That's right.
Jason Eaton has been good. He hasn't started a test match since 06. In the pick of my All Blacks at training.
Tom Donnelly does well on his first line out. Now Carter throws the little pass to Corey Jane. And Cowan gets it off to Reid. Now Nonu in a bit of space. Nonu tries to push his way through the tackle of Tom Shanklin. Came off the foot of Jimmy Cowan. No knock on as Crockett gets it across. The All Blacks looking good here. They're only 5 metres short of the line. Looking for the first try of the day. And I think that's over the line. It is. Now, let's see who comes up with it. Andrew Hoare it is. And there's the opening try of the test match. It's taken a long time to come, but Andrew Hoare gets the try.
The nuggety hook out when you have a pack of All Black fours around the breakdown. Quite often, more often than not, Andrew Hoare, the happy hooker, was there. What a wonderful sequence. Donnelly came on, and just the simplicity of the line out once more, and they had the numbers. They couldn't come back right. There's no way too many All Black back line at the breakdown. They had the energy. They're running away from the Welsh forwards all the time, going on the same way towards the sideline. Wyatt Crockett, the skills of a back, the work rate of a loose forward.
Good work again by Zach Guildford. Look at the power and the strength of the young 20-year-old on the left wing side, and then snapped up by Andrew Hoare. And we know, with a couple of metres to go, very hard to stop. That's try number 5 in Test rugby for the man from Taranaki.
They've just kicked it up a notch, haven't they? I wonder what a psychological blow that will be for a Welsh team that's battled away so valiantly with so little reward.
Carter from the sideline. Oh, what a kick. Dan Carter converts, and suddenly the All Blacks have opened up a 10-point margin after the try scored by Andrew Hoare.
And by going wide and going the same way, they're always moving away from the Welsh defensive line. Welsh players having to work hard to get where Andrew Hoare were. They weren't prepared to work hard enough. And Andrew Hoare scored the try.
Wales kicks off straight down to Cowan. Fielded by Ryan Jones. Back now to James Hook. Carter committing himself but knocking it on in the process. So Wales have the scrum as we are creeping ever closer to the final quarter of this game. 58 minutes gone, 22 remaining.
They're all prepared to get up in the air, aren't they? Corey James, Zach Guilford, Dan Carter attack the ball in the air. It's been a big improvement to the All Black game over this 09 season. Look at the scrum. A scrum that you can feel just starting to dominate this Welsh pack.
Touch, pause, engage.
So fed by the new halfback and Martin Roberts. Somebody shouting out free kick. One of the Welsh players, no doubt. Craig Jabir doesn't buy that though. Slow ball. All Blacks defence well organised. Stephen Jones has to skirt off the other way. No, in fact, he gets the call from his hooker, Reese. Now the ball's there. Roberts. Back for Jones.
Here, right,
Muliaina in good position. Shanklin bearing down on him. Now Jane. Back to Muliaina. Snapped up by the try scorer. Now Smith gliding his way into a gap. Here goes Conrad Smith. Gets it back to Cowan. Now the All Blacks starting to play with some confidence. Nonu gets it wide for Reid as they march inside Welsh territory by 15 metres. Up it goes to Thorne. And Brad Thorne, what a run this is. Over the 22 he goes. Good 15-metre run. Then Cowan throws the pass, but it's hit the referee, I think it was.
It's key to the last 10 minutes passage of play. The All Blacks are getting over the game line more often than not in the first half of the game. When they can do that, they can start to play their game.
Sorry, Carmo, change coming up in the front row. On comes Owen Franks in 17. I tell you that Craig Joubert getting in the way there probably saved Wales a try. But on he comes in 17, and off comes Wyatt Crockett, who was involved in the lead up to that last try.
So that'll mean Tialata to the loose head, and Owen Franks to the tight head.
He's played well, Wyatt Crockett. He's a tall man, scrummaged well.
Come closer, please.
Guys, I think Wales are starting to look a bit ragged. I think the pace of this game is really starting to tell.
Sorry, apologies, sir.
Change coming up in the Wales front row as well in response. It's another one of those Joneses. It's Duncan, the blonde version of the hair beer bunch.
Two changes, I think, Tony. Hooker as well.
Yeah, Hugh Bell coming on in place of Matthew Reese. And Paul James from Ospreys is the other front rower coming off the prop.
Closer here, please, Black, closer. Seconds! Touch, pause,
So, what an attacking option here for the All Blacks. Cowan works it off to Carter. Now Nonu with Carter doubling. Carter gets it off to Guilford. Smith is close, rolling, possibly, quite possibly. And they're going to go upstairs, but I think Conrad Smith might have rolled himself over the line to pick up a second try in 2 weeks. We'll have to wait and see. The All Blacks are jubilant.
I reckon Red might have been underneath the British chickens.
Now, Mark Lawrence thinks that it may not have made it. He felt there was a knee in there, so again it's up to Graham Hughes of England. So let's have a look. Rolling, and well, how would you know? No real confidence from the All Blacks. They haven't gone back to halfway.
Well, there's just no evidence, is there? Really? All about there. How about that?
Well, is it on the ground? That's the thing.
Well, the only hand that could be under it at that point is his own.
Well, maybe Shane Williams got his hand underneath it. Big call, this. Big call.
Yes, thank you.
Denied once more the All Blacks, but the momentum, the opportunity to get there, getting over the game line, the ability to break the advantage line, offload the tackles. Carter started with a double round. Noni got through. Conrad Smith finished it off. The All Blacks are starting to do a lot more running in the second 40 like we expected they would.
Well, we said they're a second half team. They've got a free kick. They've got to take it again. So it'll be a scrum again now.
Scrum? Yep.
Got to concentrate here, the All Blacks. Don't think about the move they're about to do. The scrum first, Corey James comes from his right-hand wing to hover behind Dan Carter. Mulioina once more with Guildford gone way out left.
Touch, pause, Ingo.
Wales will do well to stop this. Nicely controlled by Reid. Now Reid goes. Gets close. Jimmy Cowan will try and dig this one out, no doubt. Now, the All Blacks think they might have got there again by the looks of things.
We'll have a timeout.
Another timeout.
Yeah, we'll go.
So who's underneath this one?
Yeah, Graham,
Last man up is Jerome Kano. So Graham Hughes has another decision to make now.
They got excited, didn't they, the All Black forwards? They sensed something was happening. Kieran Reid went ever so close. The ball was there. Suspect it's Andrew Hall once more with his hands on the nut.
Sorry, it's just not a great time. I've got to listen to this.
Brad Thorne thought he had a pretty good view of it. There's Andrew Hall right there, just getting his hand on the ball, driving through the centre. He can see the white line. If there's anyone else on it.
I think it'll be the same result as the last one. It's going to be impossible to tell. Kieran Reid went very close there, and then we just simply lose the ball.
Yes, Graham, standing by. Yeah, thanks. No try, scrum.
That's okay for the All Blacks. They're patient. We talk a lot about that. They're the ones with the ball. They're the ones with the field position. The Welsh are just hanging on. How much can they hang on much longer? Same backline structure as the last time for the All Blacks.
Touch, pause, engage.
Right, good solid scrum again. Cowan just standing away, a couple of metres away. Now it starts to swirl, and they could lose it here. Now it's there for Cowan. Rips it off to Carter. Carter stepping. Just a couple of metres away, Dan Carter. Now Cowan, flat pass. Kano looking to get there. The numbers are away to the left if Cowan can free it. Now he gets it going for Nonu. Nonu! Not quite. Good defence, but can they hang on? Now Mulioina has a go. Desperation defence. Wales driving in offside. Referee's got the arm up. All Blacks have another go through the middle. Ball comes back. Now it's with Thorne. Defining moments of this game for sure. If the All Blacks get it across the chalk, that'll be it. Now Cowan goes himself. There it is.
Yes, ball's out there.
Still there for the All Blacks. Now Conrad Smith. Wonderful defence by Wales, but they've conceded a penalty.
Well, I have to say, you cannot coach the desperation that James Hook showed on the tackle on Ma'anonu. He was in for all money. The gap opened up for him. The drift defence went. But the fullback for Wales just nailed Ma'anonu inches short of the line. And then, well, Azala Warren Gatton, when he was the player, they really just hooked him to the breakdown.
It was a great tackle, Carmo, but he had players outside him. And I wonder whether Jimmy Cowan might have been guilty of the same thing. I think the All Blacks have... Although you've got to credit Wales for fantastic defence, I think the All Blacks should have had a try out of this.
Yeah, they'll be prepared to take these 3 points, I think, Tony. Regather the kick-off and get back down there and then look for the try. Well, that type of side, they'll just build the points.
So Daniel Carter edging towards that record. This penalty, if it's landed, and it should be, will get him within 2 of setting a new All Black Test point scoring record. Easily guided through by Daniel Carter, and the All Blacks pulling away from the Welsh. 19 points to 6 and 15 remaining as more changes come.
Replacement for Wales. Number 18.
Yes, numbers 18 and 19 coming on for Wales. Bradley Davis, the replacement lock. Dapper Jones of Scarlets, the flanker. And off comes Luke Charteris, the big beanpole lock, who frankly hasn't had a big impact on this game. And Andy Powell's coming off as well, likewise.
The kickoff is made. Cowan lining it up. Again, not much space, and he's put it into touch with his left boot. And I think too, Adam Thompson might be on, Tony.
He is indeed on in 19.
Here comes the Welsh.
Kieran Reid off.
Kano makes a good tackle, and Thompson's there to help him. And the All Blacks on a penalty.
Move away, 18.
So some new energy there in the form of Adam Thompson.
And that's going to help enhance their calls at the breakdown. But Graham Kano, so physical, started the momentum there.
Well, the Welsh have decided to have a shot at goal. They figured there's still time. 19-6 at the moment. And so Stephen Jones.
Oh, that's where Powell hurt himself. He just flopped forward onto the knee of Nemia Tialada. At least I think you give him the benefit of the doubt and say that's what happened. And he's in pretty bad shape. Oh yeah, nothing whatsoever intentional about it. Just very unfortunate.
Wales haven't scored in the second half, so Stephen Jones from 45 metres looks good, and it is.
That brings it to within 10. It was important period of play. The All Blacks needed to dominate the last 2 minutes of play. We gathered a kick-off that went long and win the field position. They failed to do that, and in failing to do that, they gave away the penalty to the Welsh side.
Carter's kickoff, lined up by Bradley Davies.
Okay.
Now the kick from Martin Roberts. Corey Jane goes up, knocked down by Shane Williams, knocked on, I would think. And indeed it was.
No advantage, lost foot in the air.
Jimmy Cowan's taken a quick throw, but it's a scrum instead.
Forward off red.
It'll be interesting if this scrum, TJ Hupak's down the number 8 jersey. Of course, Kano does that a lot for the Blues during the Super 14. And one suspect he's going to do that here for the All Blacks.
Welsh have had to make a change too. Gethin Jenkins hops across to the tight head side.
In fact, McCall going to the 8 jersey. Boot of the scrum.
Well, that's happened too, hasn't it, for Canterbury? He's looked very good. Ball is there for Cowan. Now Carter. Nonu runs the dummy. Way out to Muliaina. Now Corey Jane. Guildford in a bit of space. Got his pass back nicely to Smith. And once again, the Welsh defence holds up. The defence of Wales really has been quite spectacular. Sure, the All Blacks have one try.
We talk about the All Black line-out simplifying things as well. I think the back line's done so under Steve Hansen as well. The official attendance, 74,000 people in here. Atmosphere still has been electric from the start till now.
Well, that would have to be capacity. There's not an empty seat in the place. As the kick is made by Roberts. Fired away by Guildford. And he's come back and taken the pass beautifully. Now it's with Corey Jane. Here's Nonu. Nonu. Bit of space here for Smith. Smith looks to make the kick. Didn't quite get the distance he was after. Still loose. Ryan Jones back in defence for Wales. But they're really only hanging on now, Wales.
Onside with me, Black.
Roberts has Stephen Jones positioned in his in-goal area. diving at him is Jimmy Cowan. Now this will be a quick throw. Jane hands it off to Carter. Quickly gives it off to Millennium as the All Blacks probe again. Again, Wales come up quickly though. There it is. McCaw hands it off to Tom Donnelly. Now Kano. Game played at a good pace on a fairly heavy surface.
Counteract is good, right away, 7.
Now Cowan to Tialata. He butts heads. The ball's there again for Cowan. Thorne looking to stand and deliver in the tackle. Jimmy Cowan again. Now Nonu for Muliaina. Probing away at this Welsh defence, which has been brave. Ball's been lost though. Cowan's after it, can't get it. Now Wales on the counter-attack. Bit of an opportunity. Should have moved it. Opportunity was lost in that split second. So Roberts gives it back to Jones. And again they have to revert to kicking. So Smith goes gliding back after it. He'll have to kick. Well, he won't have to, but he does. Now, here comes the counter-attack again from Wales. Big defence by Owen Franks. But they are in All Black territory with Roberts. Now wide for Hook. Opportunity for Williams. And little Shane Williams is off. Here's an opportunity for Wales. Oh, big tackle for Dan Carter. Blindsided him, but Wales still have it through Shane Williams. Their best opportunity of the second half if they can clear it quickly. Obviously they can't. Now they bring it off to Roberts. Goes wide for Hook. Chased by Thompson and ran out of room. And they were always going to run out of room. But oh, the tackle from Dan Carter, you could see it coming. Shane Williams couldn't though.
He tracked it, he felt it, Dan Carter, but the different pace of movements and long sequences of play we've seen out here this afternoon in this test match has been remarkable. They'll go from a slow breakdown situation until an outbreak of pace, which we've seen the Welsh team here. Dan Carter come across.
9 minutes remaining.
Well, the crowd have just seen that on the big screen and they're not too happy with Daniel Carter.
Loose ball. All Blacks have lost it, but it's been knocked on by Wales.
You've got to give great credit to this Welsh team. I thought they were down and out midway through the half. They looked like they were running out of gas and maybe running out of heart. But boy, what passion and pride they've shown to keep coming back.
Well, Warren Gatland stressed all week that this team, he firmly believes, has come on in leaps and bounds in the last 12 months. And here's Dan Carter. He knew what he had to do. Maybe a touch high. An effective tackle all the same. This is a test match we're talking about out here.
The boos ring around the ground. It won't make much difference.
Come back, please.
Not often that Dan Carter gets booed.
Well, the Welsh, they really do respect him, love him. They firmly believe he's the #1 player in the world. They wanted to see him play.
So they'll have to try again. The clock ticks on. About 7 minutes remaining.
Yeah, okay.
Great test here in Lisbon for the young tight-head prop Owen Franks for the All Blacks. Just come on. Wonderful scrummage up. But he's got Brad Pullman behind him pushing. He's got to be solid.
Touch, pause, engage.
Now Cowan gets it in. McCaw detaches. Cowan's going to kick. Good clearance. Hasn't gone out, but it's bought a bit of time. Now James Hook. Trying to run away from Kano. Gets hit by McCaw. Not too many people run away from Richie McCaw, but it's there again for Wales. Halfpenny away for Shanklin. Another copybook tackle by Conrad Smith as the All Blacks commit players to the ruck. And Wales get the penalty.
I think the All Blacks are very unlucky here. Adam Thompson's gone in there and he's positioned himself beautifully over the ball. Now I just think this is Just a little roughy here.
Well, they're going to shoot at goal. Might well have been the angle that Owen Franks came in at, Tony, I think.
Yeah, my argument, Nisbo, is that I thought there was a penalty before that happened.
Either team, they haven't stopped sending numbers to the breakdown, haven't they? It's been so physical from start to finish. People getting over the ball. And the injection of the reserves, Tony, has seemed to bring a new enthusiasm to this Welsh team. We thought they were fading. They brought the momentum up again.
So here's Stephen Jones. He likes it. It's good. 19 to 12, 7-point lead, and about 5 minutes left.
Now's the time for calm heads for the All Blacks. Maybe not kick this one quite so long from the kick-off. Attack the ball. They just need to hold on to the rugby ball for longer phases of time. With 5 minutes remaining in this test match.
You have to wonder why they gave the first kick of the game to Halfpenny. I don't think Jones has missed much since then, has he?
No. Dan Carter gets booed as he kicks off. And Wales, well, you'd have to think that the best they can do from here is a draw. There's never been a draw in the 24 previous games. As the spiral kick goes down from Stephen Jones down to Carter. He's public enemy number 1 at the moment. As Jones goes up and Carter, first man there, joined by McCaw. And really not getting much support, Ryan Jones. All Blacks looking to walk over the top, and they're going to. It'll be there. Well, Wales didn't support their captain. Now Cowan. Off to Kano. Smith. Nonu. Just a little bit static in midfield, the All Blacks there, as they just worked it from one side to the other. Now Jimmy Cowan again. Muliaina right in centre field, 10 out from the 22. Now it's with Carter. Again the booze as he shovels his way out of a couple of tackles. Just showing his qualities, Dan Carter. And the All Blacks have this relentless wave going once again as Owen Franks gives it back to Carter in a sec. Now, what do you reckon? Wyn Jones needs to throw a pass and be knocked down by Guildford. Ball is loose. Wales, here's their big opportunity. Can they free it up? It's too slow. Now they get it. Shane Williams. All Blacks getting back behind the ball. Dan Carter waving the defence out wide. Now Stephen Jones for Geffen Jenkins. Hook. Here's Roberts. All Blacks defence too good though. Boy, what a moment. What a moment.
Well, I gave some credit moments before to James Hook for making a wonderful tackle on Nonu. Let's look at Alwyn Jones first. The legs are starting to go about now. And then the man on debut for the All Blacks. Hook space, Zach Guildford having to track, I would say 40 metres on the angle from where he was on the wing to come back and make a tackle.
He could have been a hero, this bloke, but frankly, he ran out of puff. Alan Wyn Jones, he was on the Lions tour. He looked about halfway as if he could do it.
The All Blacks aren't done yet. They have to work hard.
Penalty. Wow.
Let it go. Let it go. Hand on the ground.
So Martin Roberts now. What are they going to do here, Wales? Probably kick it out and try and grab themselves the line out.
What we're looking at here with the All Blacks, they'll allow the Welsh players to bring the ball, and it's the timing as they start to come down, looking to drive them towards the sideline and get them on the ground as quick as they can.
So Hugh Bennett, important line out throw, overthrew it. What a moment to do that. And the All Blacks should be able to clear it away. Carter drills it away downfield. They've still got an opportunity though, Wales. Just over a minute according to the ground clock anyway.
You need to step up in certain situations when you're playing a test match for your country. Unfortunately, on that occasion, it went a begging.
So Bennett gets a second opportunity. This time he gets it right. Now, here they come. Martin Williams, Stephen Jones, Shanklin. All Black defence. Stops it. 5 out from the 22 and a turnover.
Black going forward, tackle.
Black going forward.
Tackle backward.
All Black scrum, and that probably will be it.
Well, this All Black win has been built on defence. A solid ball in defence. Numbers around the breakdown. Numbers to the breakdown. Every fly. That's not the instant that's live at the moment. That's still going back.
How many more times do we have to see that? Anyway, here's the run by Alan Wynne-Jones, which could have been history-making.
Touch, pause, engage.
Rolled in by Carter. Here's McCaw. Now Smith. Conrad Smith busting clear. Here he goes. Looking to throw the pass. Taken by Shane Williams. Now here's Adam Thompson. Ball was lost forward by Wales. So the All Blacks...
No advantage, lost forward from a red hand.
Well, no advantage, he claims. He looks at the clock, and that is it. Again, they can't do it, Wales. So the All Black record remains intact. 1953 the last time Wales beat the All Blacks. They can't do it in 2009 because the All Blacks have won it by 19 points to 12.
Well, congratulations to the All Blacks. It was a patient 80 minutes of rugby. They stuck true to the game plan. They worked very hard at that, but also congratulations to the Welsh. They're a brave team. Warren Gatton's talked about the progress they've made over the last 12 months, and they're getting ever closer to that elusive win. But what an intriguing game. At moments it was still, and it turked out and broke to an excitement.
Okay, we're just lining up one or two interviews as the players shake the hands. It's been a tough day at the office for the All Blacks. Really, that Welsh defence was quite incredible, really, because the opportunities created in the second half were immense by the All Blacks. And then they were able to repel that challenge right near the end of the game too. Stephen Jones, he landed 4 penalty goals. Dan Carter kicked 14 points. So the record will have to wait for another day. But the All Blacks have done enough. The single solitary try scored in the game by Andrew Hoare in the second half. Now, I think Richie McCaw is right there with TJ.
Well, Richie, that was close.
Yeah, it was. I guess we expected that sort of test match, and proud of the way the guys, stuck at it. We had to work pretty hard, but we got there in the end.
Unbelievable defence in the end to save them from a chance at a draw.
Yeah, well, that shows you what it means to these boys. Perhaps would have been nice to have not given that intercept away and put pressure on them, but hey, we got there in the end, which I'm pretty proud of the way the guys went.
Great credit to Wales, though. We thought they were looking tired, even close to half-time early in the second half, but the way they came back, that showed what a proud team they are.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. We never doubted that, and you're right. I think we did have them a bit tired. They were hands on knees there for a bit, but perhaps didn't capitalise enough. We didn't perhaps play enough rugby in the first half to put them under a bit more pressure. But hey, a test win's a test win.
Yeah, but in the end, they defended magnificently, but it was defence that saved you probably.
Yeah, it was, and we took that vital opportunity, and those few scrums down their line sucked a fair bit of juice out of them. So yeah, I guess it wasn't their best game, but playing a place like this with the atmosphere, it's pretty pleasing to get it.
Scrum's obviously difficult because it was a shifting ground, but the line out went really well. You put pressure on them and your own ball secure.
Yeah, we put a lot of work into that, obviously, and we always said that it wasn't far off. It was just perhaps a bit of confidence and belief, and that came good. I thought our scrum was good, but we perhaps didn't get the advantage of the dominance we had. But that's the way it goes.
Well, 56 becomes 57 years, and you'll be pleased about that. Well done, Richie.
Thanks, mate.
End of year Tour was proudly brought to you by GJ Gardner Homes.
To sport now, and the All Blacks have maintained their 56-year dominance over Wales with a 19-12 victory at Millennium Stadium in Cardiff this morning. However, things didn't always go the AB's way, with scores locked at 6-all at half-time. And the Welsh are less than impressed with the referee, claiming Dan Carter should have been penalised for a high tackle late in the second half.
Unlike last year, there was no grand standoff after New Zealand had performed the haka. But Wales had not come to stand on ceremony, though, and piled into their visitors with gusto from the kick-off.
And the All Blacks are 10 metres out from their own 22.
Rival first fives Dan Carter and Stephen Jones kicked 2 penalties apiece in the opening half, and despite being level 6-all at the break, the All Blacks always look stronger. New Zealand restarted with ominous intent, and Carter stepping up to continue his 100% record. 56 minutes, the All Blacks finally broke through.
They're looking for the first try of the day, and I think that's over the line. It is.
Now, with a 10-point gap to shield them, New Zealand surged forward, and Wales had to endure 2 nail-biting TMO decisions in quick succession.
Might have been Shane Williams got his hands in there, is it, Nisbo?
Now, the All Blacks think they might have got there again by the looks of things.
No try.
Yeah, I snuck over, obviously no one can see that, but I don't want to be greedy and walk away with the win. I'm a pretty heavy man.
New Zealand still forced a penalty, and Carter took his afternoon's tally to 14 points with a quarter hour remaining. Stephen Jones reduced the deficit with a long-range penalty before Carter became public enemy number 1 in Cardiff.
Oh, big tackle for Dan Carter, blindsided him.
Maybe a touch high.
Not often that Dan Carter gets booed.
Really disappointed that the referee and the officials missed the high tackle on Martin Roberts, because, I feel if that had been at the other end, it would have been 3 points and a yellow card.
Wales rival Stephen Jones was immaculate with a boot, but Wales still needed something spectacular if they were to threaten a win.
Gives it back to Carter, intercept. Now, what do you reckon? Wyn Jones needs to throw a pass and be knocked down by Guildford.
I just thought to myself, I'm not starting my first test match and losing it, so I was never going to let him get away.
Wales again fell agonisingly short and will have to wait another year while the All Blacks head to Milan to face Italy. Annie Otway, Prime News.